an impregnable fortress, unshakable faith, and a victory that defied the laws of nature. No ladders, no battering rams, no arrows fired. This is the story of how the strongest fortress in Canaan simply vanished. Watch and see how the impossible becomes reality when God leads the way. Jericho. It was the gateway to the Promised Land. But it wasn't just a city. It was a fortress. Its walls were thick, impenetrable. Inside, the gates were barred. None went out, and none came in. The king of Jericho thought he was safe behind his stone. But outside, on the plains of Gilgal, Joshua, Israel's great leader, was receiving a command that defied every rule of warfare. Israel's warriors prepared for battle. They expected a siege. They expected walls to be stormed by force. But instead, Joshua brings a message from the Lord. "See, I have delivered Jericho into your hands." It was a divine blueprint for a battle that would not be fought with swords. Then Joshua turned to the people and gave this command: "You shall march around the city for 7 days. For the first 6 days, you shall circle the city once, each day. The priests and the Ark of the Covenant shall go before the people. 7 priests shall carry 7 shofars, ram's horns, and sound them as they march. All the rest of the people shall follow behind in silence. On the 7th day, you shall circle the city 7 times. Then, when the signal is given, the priests shall sound a long blast on the horns, and all the people shall raise a mighty shout, and every man shall charge straight into the city before him." Day 1. The people of Jericho look down from the walls. They see the ark. They hear the horns. They wait for the attack, but it never comes. The Israelites simply walk around and go back to their camp. Day 2. The same. Day 3. Day 4. Can you feel the tension? Israel was learning a lesson of faith and obedience. For 7 days, they were called to surrender completely to the will of God. They were not waiting for the right moment to attack. They were waiting for God to act. Then came the 7th day. Before sunrise, the entire nation rose from their camp. Once again, they marched toward the walls of Jericho. One circle, then another, and another. But this time, they did not stop. Around the city, they marched 7 times, and at the 7th circuit, as the tension reached its breaking point, Joshua's voice thundered across the ranks. "Get ready. Soon you will hear the priests sound the shofars. And when you hear them, raise a battle cry, because this is the moment the Lord is giving you the city. But remember this command: this victory belongs to God. The city and everything in it is devoted to Him. Do not take anything for yourselves. All the silver and gold, every object of bronze and iron, must be brought into the treasury of the Lord." But there was one more command, a small yet sacred debt to be paid. Rahab and her family must be spared, because she risked her life to protect the messengers we sent. Then, the moment arrived. The priests lifted the shofars and sounded a great, piercing blast. And with one voice, the people raised a triumphant shout, perfectly answering the call of the shofars. And in that instant, it happened. The walls of Jericho began to tremble, stone upon stone. They did not simply fall. They collapsed, sinking into themselves, as if the earth itself was swallowing them whole. In moments, the great fortress was gone, and Israel moved forward, straight into the city, not by power, not by force, but by the hand of the Lord, who had given them the victory. And the command was kept. The people of Israel honored the sacred ban. They did not reach out for personal gain, but gathered the city's treasures for the treasury of the Lord. Then Joshua turned to the 2 men who had spied out the land. "Go, enter the house of Rahab. Bring her out, and all who belong to her." And the spies went in, and from that broken city they brought Rahab out alive, together with her entire family. They led them to safety, outside the camp of Israel, just as Joshua had commanded, honoring the promise made to her. Jericho did not fall because of military power. It fell because a nation chose to trust in the word of God, even when they could not yet see the outcome. And maybe that is why this story still speaks to us today. Because the walls people face are not always made of stone. Some are built from fear, from doubt, from impossible circumstances that seem too great to overcome. Jericho reminds us that the greatest victories do not always come through human strength. Sometimes they come through faith, obedience, and the power of God. Because no wall, no matter how high, how strong, or how impossible it seems, is truly unconquerable. The land was now open, but the story was far from over. The Bible is filled with moments of faith, struggle, victory, and redemption. And many more stories still await us. Subscribe and join us as we continue exploring the stories of the Bible.